Hello, this is the music judge and jury, aka Queen Millennial, aka the Audacity Queen, aka the Technology Queen. And we're here to talk about why signing so young to these record labels, the major labels, destroys most artists. But of course, it's always first. There we go. A word. You may be going through the worst situation of your life, at least at the time. It feels like that. Trust me, I'm literally the king of getting through these situations. And I just want to tell you that you can rise up like a phoenix. Yeah, through the ashes and come back as an even stronger version of yourself, no matter what circumstances you're dealing with. Now, let's get back to what we came here for. Hello, welcome back to It's That Girl or It's Not That Girl. I am also Lena, the workhorse. And of course, this is a show where I talk about popular artists and popular music from today, yesterday, and beyond, of course, including independent recording artists. Okay, now today's subject is on the very young artists that get signed into these labels and get used up, basically. Okay, why an artist, in my basically at this point expert opinion, okay, why they should young artists should never sign. Honestly, we'll get into that in a minute. Just go ahead and grab, like, I don't know, a soda, a drink, chips, whatever you do to get yourself relaxed and comfortable, by watching the new TV, which is YouTube, okay? Because this is It's That Girl or It's Not That Girl. Here we go.
One life, they wanna be around, no matter how you are getting down. There's really nothing that you can do. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Cause when it's all over, said and done, there's only one, yeah, there's only one. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Even when you get down, yes, they wanna be around and they wanna see you frown. One life, they wanna be around.
Hello, welcome back to It's That Girl or It's Not That Girl. Now, I am Peyton 3.0, the artist, the musician, the entertainer, not the content creator, not the YouTuber, and not the influencer. Now, those are great platforms and tools, to build the business, to build the brand, the name, the reputation, but most importantly, the community. And hopefully you will join this community today by hitting that like button. Share people that you know that like artist commentary, reaction and reviews, everything music artists, and of course, actually becoming a part of the community by commenting, first of all, that notification bell, and of course, the subscribe button, okay? Now, we're gonna roll right on into this thing. Okay, so why should artists, especially if you're a young artist watching, should not sign to these labels? Number one, I don't believe that any artist at this time of my extensive knowledge should sign to any major record label until the age of at least 25 or older. But we all know what labels game is still to this day, right? Is that they want them as young as possible, and they got all these excuses of why they want them as young as possible. People don't do this, they don't do that, but whatever. Okay, excuses and lies. And the main reason again, why I say that young artists should not sign to these labels is because they're naive. Okay? They're naive about what it is to sign to these labels. You see, back in the day, they used to really go out and scout for talent and put their money where their mouth is completely. Taking a risk because they never knew if an artist was going to sell or not. They just had to use their instincts and hope for the best. Right? But the thing is that the artists, they like them as young and impressionable and naive as possible, because that is more leverage for them to take advantage of young artists that know nothing about the business, that know nothing about the business side of things, right? And so this is a repeated cycle that somehow they've been able to get away with for decade upon decade, okay? And people are waking up later in their lives, having been signed to these labels, no longer hot. I'm in serious financial trouble. And not just financial trouble. They're waking up basically mentally, what's the word I'm looking for? Their mental health is all effed up, basically. Okay? Because they got this thing called fame way too young. And that's a major part of it, because your cognition is not ready for that when it's not even developed. Okay? There are adults that have trouble with receiving all this attention and opinions. See, back then, the young artists only had to deal with people in the industries talking about them, newspapers, bloggers, professional music critics, and all of that, talking and printing stuff on tabloids. But today, everybody has a keyboard, a mouse, a mic, and an opinion. Okay? And so it could be even more detrimental to somebody who's not even grown. Yeah, they don't have the full cognition. And to me, you're not grown until you're 25, because that's when you're fully developed. That's when that cognition up there, that front part of the brain, of the amygdala, comes all the way in. This is where the major decision making can really be made, and made on a mature level. And you can't really get that without being completely whole, okay, up here with the whole thing in place. You know, you can't trust me. I already know, because I've already been through those stages. So, and I watch other people all the time, right? So with that being said, unless they have somebody in the business at least that has their back, that knows what they're doing, okay? It can't just be a parent that has no idea how to handle the business aspect at all. Most of these artists are absolutely cooked, okay? Because most of these artists, these young artists, will be left with nothing but fame, fleeting fame, then the fame is over, financial ruin, and most likely in major debt to this label. That's what happens to most of these young artists. They come in and they go out, and the unfortunate part is that they are way worse off than somebody working a 9 to 5, you know, like me and you. You know what I'm saying? How's that work? Because by now we all should know this many YouTubers that have exposed the music industry, what it's really like to be an artist on these labels. And the fact that today music isn't as lucrative as it used to be back then. But either way, most artists were just being taken advantage of, and they're barely making enough money to buy themselves a house. You know? That goes for back then and today. Right now, the industry is just using them up and spitting them out back to back to back. Okay, right now the industry is just no longer putting themselves on Front Street to see who's going to work. They're going to see who's working already. Okay, and then find a way to get to that artist that's already got a fan base, already popping. Even if it's just for that one song, people are effing with them with. That's all they need to squeeze as much out of that young artist who's naive and ready to be manipulated and devoured. That's all the music business needs. It's seeing fresh fish in the water. And the best part is that we don't even have to develop these artists, because people are effing with these artists that are like half-baked or completely unbaked altogether. Meaning that they either have potential, or they're not really great at what they do, or they don't have any talent at all, but people are still effing with them. The industry doesn't care, because the industry has never really been about talent. See, back in the day, the industry used to care about, actually providing a great product for the people, aka the artist. They actually used to care about the quality of an artist so they could make the most money possible, because they wanted to wow the people, right? They wanted to wow them. Now today, they just don't care, because they see that people are gravitating towards people who really don't have any real true talents at all. You know, so, but for some reason, they're marketable. They're proving it by themselves. So they're only going to take those kind of people on. They want to find a way to get to them. They're going to talk to them. We can give you this. You can get this and that, and that and this. And they're unfortunately going to use them right up and then sit them out. When that one hot song, that one hot album's done, that's it. But really, we're talking about the fact that these artists, more so that today, are going to be totally messed up because they had it and they didn't. They're not rich. They're not even close. They're in debt. And nobody's effing with their stuff because they didn't understand the business. They didn't understand the legalese. There was somebody there for them to really break it down for them. All the industry cares about is our families going to eat? Kind of the same way that the corporations or franchises that you work for only truly really care about feeding their families, their profits, their pockets for the most part, while they pay you pennies on the dollar to basically shovel So, with that being said, nobody really, no human animal on the planet, person, whatever, is actually really equipped to handle major fame to a level of the people that you see before you. You know, the level of Ice Spice, the level of a Britney Spears, the level of all the major people you see getting all this shine and blow up, basically. NBA YoungBoy, right? What's his name? NLE Choppa. The list goes on. Ariana Grande, Dua Lipa. They're not really made to take that on, especially not as an individual. And we're talking about full-blown adults. Now, just imagine what it's like to somebody who's under 25, whose brain isn't even developed yet. That's gonna mess them up. And then the money's not even really going to be right. So it's not a good deal. Like I said, unless you have somebody that knows what they're doing in the business, like a Matthew Knowles to Beyonce. Okay, because Matthew Knowles, Beyonce's father, was a pivotal part of Beyonce becoming who she is today, because he knew the business. He knew how to maneuver and keep his daughter safe. The same thing with like a Brandy, the singer, and her father and her mother, knowing how to come up in there and handle the sharks and making sure the kids are taken care of in the business and whatnot. If you don't have people like that as a young person, don't sign to these labels, because they be lying to you. They give you all the fluff and make things sound really good, but they don't tell you they're going to take advantage of you. They don't tell you that like your tax person's going to screw you over and then leave you holding the bag, honey. Leave you fumbling the ball, and then you got these tax evasions that you personally thought that your accountant was handling, your tax preparer was handling, but they were really trying to swindle money for themselves, So there's just a whole lot of BS that comes with being these artists, but particularly these young artists who are undeveloped, fresh meat, naive to the wolves of the music industry. So in my personal opinion, because I've seen this over and over again, and I never want to sign to a label. I mean, even though I know my stuff and I'm old enough to where I can do it, it would have to be a really good deal in my favor. And I would negotiate my ass off, right? But rarely is the industry trying to look out for you and to do right by you. So it's just better if you listen. This is to all young independent recording artists watching this right now. If you got your fans in the door, maybe they're buying merch from you, you're doing all of this independent, you got your clout, right? They're listening to your music, they're buying t-shirts and things, then you do not lead these shabby labels who are more of leeches, most of the time. You don't need them. If whatever the internet's doing for you right now, be thankful for that and get you a small team eventually. Somebody you can trust. It's the hard part too, because when you're young, if you're independent, you don't really know like what you need to know. That's the only thing. When you're that young, there's so much you don't know. You know the artistic side of things, what you can do, but you don't know the business. So it could be, the waters can even be sharky for the fact that you just don't know this stuff. On the business side of things that need to be taken care of, or else it will come to bite you. Because the Uncle Sam and all them people, IRS, they don't give a F how young you are. They want their money. Okay? So, with that being said, I really don't think that any young person should sign to these labels. Let them die. Because their lifeblood is young, fresh meat. You ever heard that saying? Because my boss, who I was used to work for at the Mountain Shows of Hollywood, he was in the game of being in the business, not as an artist, but on the other side of things, right? A&R, all this stuff. And he said to me that this music game, he said that's a young man's game. And I never understood what it truly meant until I got to learn and know what I know today. And the reason why it's a young man's game is because they want fresh meat they can take advantage of. That's why it's a young person's game, because they want them young as possible and fresh. They don't want somebody knowing their stuff, coming in there, and somebody who's not going to be obedient, compliant, and they want somebody who's going to be willing to be taken advantage of without knowing they're being taken advantage of until it's too late. Yeah. That's all I have to say on the matter. How to collect myself, because to me it's personal. I'm an artist myself, and it's a hot button issue. I'm just glad I never signed to any labels. No. It's going to be a lot more rewarding, no matter what level of success you may be at as an independent recording artist, to just do it yourself. You know, you really do it how you want to do it. You ain't got to put on for a label, change your style up just to sell records. You could be completely artistic, even if you don't make a dime, doing it the way that's authentic to you and your soul. But anyway, this has been Peyton 3.0, the artist, the musician, the entertainer, not the YouTuber, not the influencer, and not the content creator. Okay? AKA Worklina, the workhorse, AKA Queen Millennial, AKA the Audacity Queen, and AKA, I know I'm crazy. that's the whole point. Okay? AKA the Technology Queen. If you're in love with what you heard and seen today, and you got sage advice, please hit the like button. Share people that you know that like artist commentary, reviews, reactions. Make sure you become a real part of the community yourself by hitting subscribe, commenting, and notification bell. Okay? Now, I did say that I was an artist, right? So this is a bonus for y'all. Who's this? Okay. This is a bonus for you. So, since you stayed here for this long, I'm gonna give you the bonus. And if you're an avid watcher of this channel already, thank you, first of all. Couldn't do this without you. And of course, for those of you who are new, this is called the sampler, right? I'm going to rap a cappella. I'm going to play one of my songs, and I'm going to sing a cover for you, okay? So let's go ahead and get right on into it. Wrote this one a while ago, called Rising. It was even harder cause I'm gay. It was the price they would have to pay. Would never dare to camouflage. Being under fake messed up mirage. But now I'm doing here on my own. Ready to reclaim my golden throne. Boys come around and they say what's up. And I see the crowd, they're about to erupt. And now, I'll say, why does he go to sleep on me? And now, the song.
know you're out there looking for a stress reliever.
You're looking for a stress reliever out there.
Drugs, the alcohol,
Here we
the
go.
food. But let me tell you what you need to do. Here we go. Blood pressure, you worked all day like the messenger. Work so hard that the bills are high. All you do is cry me a freaking try. Punch that clock every freaking day. Still on your money, you got to pay. Fuck that shit, man, you need relief, but you got this grief for the fucking cheap. Some take care of the freaking kids. Munch your plate for your freaking lid. Stress too much, always in no rush. You need and brush, you're feeling flush. What is it that you're gonna do? Gonna have something relieving you. Time to get out with the music plays every freaking day. All I gotta say is jump, turn that music loud. I wanna see no hands in the crowd. You gotta get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up. Lose your mind to the beat. Shake it up, keep moving your feet. You gotta get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up. Get the stress.
And that is all I will be giving you, okay? Anyway, if you want to hear that song in its entirety, then comment in the comment section. You ready? Let me hear that song. And I most certainly will, absolutely for free.
Silly of me, devoted so much time to find you in favor of mine. I nearly lost my mind. Try pictures every night in my car, wondering what he had on me to make it break my heart.
One life, they wanna be around. No matter how you are getting down, there's really nothing that you can do. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Cause when it's all over, said and done, there's only one, yeah, there's only one. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Even when you get down, yes, they wanna be around and they wanna see you frown. One life, they wanna be around.